What's going on, everybody? This is GWReborn. Today I have an MQSC Smiter build guide. I haven't done one from 5 years ago. I've been needing to do, so let's get started. Once you get outside with a team of 8 people, you get the blessing and immediately bond your tank. Whether you're doing Yeti or Beach Smite, the same concept. So I'm going Yeti Smite this route, which is where you have a 600 Writ or Monk tank and then a finisher roll, usually a Mesmer, Ellie, or Necro. Go ahead and put all the details in the description for the build template, the gear, the armor, pretty much anything you need to do this. Maintain your Retribution and Essence Bond on your 600 HP tank, and then you're going to maintain Holy Wrath, spamming it as you need, and Shield of Judgment as you need as well. So really easy concept, 600 tanking with a smiter. Hit that like button if you haven't already, as well as subscribe for more Guild Wars content coming every few weeks. And we're going to go ahead and do this whole visual farm in about 7 to 8 minutes. The old school way is what this is considered for MQSC Mount Queen K. They have a faster way with all dervs, but not everybody likes to faction farm with only a dervish, and not everybody has a dervish. So you always have different alternatives. You do have to be a monk, however, to be a smiter, because you need 16 smiting prayers with the 20% enchanted weapon. So that's, as you can see, as my attributes was 16, and my gear is radiant, all high energy, and then my staff is just a 20% enchantment. And anything else, really, you can just rune and gear as you prefer. So we're going to keep going. All I do is constantly maintain Holy Wrath and Shield of Judgment on the tank as he goes in, and then certain areas I'll be putting down Edge of Extinction for EOE bomb effect, and then of course Vanguard Assassin support for damage support, as well as Smite condition for damage support as the 600 tank is doing its part. And of course, you can see there's also a finisher that's dealing damage. I have a playlist. I've done at least 5 or 6 other videos with different roles for MQSC. You can check out in the description or go to my channel playlists to see different builds. I've done pretty much different speed clears, including faction farming speed clears such as this one. So the reason behind MQSC is to faction farm. This is a Luxon faction farm. They also have a Kurzik faction farm, speed clear, MTSC, but MQSC is what we're focusing on today. So we killed the first Yeti boss, the Ranger. Next one is the Writ boss. Sometimes the tank will pull a group of Wallows to the actual Writ boss, so you got to be careful here to not aggro the Wallows or the Yetis. Let the tank go in there, and you got to be really quick and aggressive in this area to immediately cast Shield of Judgment on the tank, because he only can handle 8 to 10 attacks with Spirit Bond, and if they're not getting knocked down through Shield of Judgment, you're going to pretty much make the tank struggle. Now place Edge of Extinction in place where you see it's appropriate, and spam Holy Wrath, and everything dies within 15 to 20 seconds if appropriately done. Edge of Extinction sometimes will aggro, so I choose not to cast it in some areas, and we're doing really well efficiently with between the damage and all. But I lay it down for the bomb effect. Everything dies at once. Edge of Extinction triggers a bomb effect where all the enemies take a little bit of damage, and just like that, all the faction gained real quick. If you didn't pick up the blessing at the start of the shrine when we started the run, then you're most likely not getting faction. So if you ever do this, whether you vanquish it with heroes or you're doing MQSC like this, it's going to be required to get the blessing. And the reason for this run is 2 reasons. 1, you get Luxon faction, and 2, I like to get, for the Yeti run, the Elite Tomb farm, green items, as well as the lock chest, usually 2 or 3 per run. It's not a highly profitable run, but it is really efficient and fast, between 4 and 7 minutes per run as an MQSC roll using the monk runs. If you go with Dervish, it's around 2 to 5 minutes, depending on how the run goes. Dervish is always more efficient, sadly, today in Guild Wars 2023, but we're running a 600 tank monk smiter. So maintain the bonds on the tank, and everything else self-explanatory. Anything I said that was wrong, sorry about that. I'm glad to help. Thanks for watching my video. Hit the subscribe button. I'm going to go ahead and put some overlay music on while we finish this last 3 minutes. And check out the link in the description for all the details about this concept of this build, as well as any other things you want to know about.